dinner.
Include, invite, befriend. A small gesture of friendship can make someone's day. A message from INCRadio Mountain States Satellite Studio.
This is INC Radio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ, or Iglesianicristo.
Ready? Okay. Good luck. For the roads. Show where we're at already. Yep.
Please continue to submit your greetings and we'll be sure to read them throughout the show. Back to you, Sister Macy.
Welcome back to another episode of Explore Mountain States.
That's it for the weather
And moving on to our district news update.
Only here
on INCRadio Mountain States.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of our listeners and viewers worldwide. Happy Saturday, and welcome to another episode of INCRadio Mountain States. I'm your host for today, Sister Nikki Payumo, broadcasting live here in Henderson, Nevada. But I am not alone for today. I'm also joined by our director and also always behind the scenes, but we will have him show his face for today. Our very own brother, Ron Pabletti. Say hello.
Hello, Nikki. Hello, everybody.
Hello. And later on as well, we'll be joined by Sister Macy Gatus, but she'll just pop in whenever she's ready. So for today, it is another Saturday here with us on INCRadio Mountain States. And if you didn't know, summer is unfortunately almost over for our students. So back to school it is again. And for this week, we are going to have our kind of back to school series, starting off with our topic for today, which is gearing up for the school year. A new school year is here, so bringing fresh starts, new goals, and of course plenty of opportunities to grow. Whether you're a parent, a teacher, or a student, this season is all about setting the tone for success. So for today, let's talk about the different routines, the different mindset, and of course, everything you need to gear up for a great year ahead. But before we move on with that, if you're already joining us on YouTube, please do not forget to hit like, subscribe, and of course, comment in our comment section below with your hashtag local congregation. We can't wait to read all of your comments for us. Please be assured to also engage with us as we go through our topic discussion later. And of course, if you have special shout outs, please feel free to do so. We'll do our best, or I'll do my best to read them throughout the show. But for now, I can see we have actually a lot of people showing us love in the comments section. We have a couple of our early bird commenters, starting with Brother Angelo right here. He says, good afternoon po, hashtag Henderson. Eduardo Infante says, hello, everyone, hashtag Las Vegas. Eisen Rulioda says, hello, good afternoon po, hashtag Las Vegas. They also said, only 2 more days till school starts again. And then a crying emoji here in Las Vegas. And then Brother Angelo actually responded to that. Don't remind me, please. So I don't think they're ready yet, but for watching this episode, we will help them get ready as they gear up for this school year. We also have here Josh from Las Vegas, of course. Brother Anthony Arongay says, good afternoon po to everyone from the Arongays in hashtag Salt Lake City. We also have some from Summerlin right here. A lot of comments from Las Vegas and Henderson right here. We have brother Johnny Lopez also joining us. Hello, MTS and all our INC family around the world. Hashtag Blue Diamond. We also have here another comment from Brother Anthony. He says, I think it's still 2 weeks away before schools in hashtag Utah starts, but kids in hashtag Salt Lake City are dreading it already. LOL. I bet they are. They love their summer. And then one last one from Eisen Rulio that says, school here in Nevada starts this Monday. Exciting, yet a bit nerve-wracking at the same time. Haha, hashtag Las Vegas. And I also did leave a comment in our comment section asking, what are you looking forward to this school year? So please feel free to answer them below, and we'll try our best to read them again as we go throughout our show. So without further ado, it's just not me and Brother Ron right here. We also have a very special guest to also share with us her insights, as a parent, and also a bonus as a teacher as well, on her thoughts as we help students to gear up for the school year. Without further ado, let's welcome here Sister Mia. Hello, Sister Mia. Go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone.
Thank you, Paul. I am Sister Camilla from the local Las Vegas. I'm also a choir member and a finance officer, and I'm also a mom, and I'm a teacher, of course.
All right, yes. Two birds in one stone, I would say, for our topic discussion for today, because for today, it's helping our parents and teachers, gear up the students for the school year. So for you, Sister, what's one thing as a parent, what's one thing you're excited or even nervous about for this school year?
One thing that I'm excited about is for my son to grow socially. So that's very exciting for us. But we're also nervous because it's a brand new school for him. He's starting kinder on Monday. And we're nervous of how he's going to learn the new routines and expectations.
Yes, of course. As a parent, they're starting off finally, slowly getting on their own, trying to mingle with everybody. And that's how you're going to know how they actually act and socialize with other kids and other people as well. So with that, it's like first time again going back to school. How did you prepare your child, mentally and of course emotionally that summer break is over?
We also talk about how what to expect. We differentiate pre-K to kinder. We tell him this is this school year you're going to be there for the entire day, whereas before he was only there for a short period of time. So we have to practice daily routine as well. And we showed him his new school before, during the summer break, so he knows and he's aware. And actually yesterday we just went to the school for the meet and greet, so he's familiar already.
That's good. Yeah, because being at home like all day, 24/7 basically, it's also important to get them accustomed to the new environment they're going to be at most of the day. So that is very important as well. So that's good that, even for you as a parent, you were able to be there for him as well. And of course, help him get ready for that. So with this one is new school, new year. Is there any specific routine that you guys did to prepare for this year?
Yes, sister. We make sure that we have a consistent bedtime. We also set a morning routine because, he struggles waking up early in the morning. So we want to make sure that, he gets enough sleep and he's ready to go in the morning.
Yes, exactly. Sometimes, or I believe maybe not all the time, but kids are also hard to wake up in the morning, especially when they have a good sleep at night. So yes, that is very true. You have to get them accustomed to waking up early in the morning, actually getting up and getting ready and start their day. But I can also see here joining us Sister Macy. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Is everyone ready to go back to school yet?
Based on the comments, actually, Sister Macy, I don't think they are. But today, that is our purpose for today. We're trying to help them, gear up for this school year. But Sister Macy, I want to actually also ask your insights. So I was just asking Sister Mia right here, what she's most excited about for this school year. For you as a mom as well, what are you most excited about for this school year?
Well, I'm just excited to stop hearing from the kids that they are bored. Every single day since coming back from vacation, or if they're just at home, all they do is like, Mom, I'm bored. Mom, I'm bored. So I'm just looking forward for that to stop. I mean, I know they had a great time. I know that they would extend the vacation if they want to, but I think these kids always have to be stimulated, right? They always have to be active. And so I can tell, at least for my daughter, she's very ready to go to school. And then my son, the second baby, is doing preschool for first day of preschool on Monday. So we're excited for that too.
Very exciting. So with that, being having to prepare like two kids, one that is already used to going to school and one that is going for the first time, is there any specific routine that you kind of help them, get used to prior to starting school?
Yeah, absolutely. Right now with Axel for preschool, we had to introduce, and remind him of more social skills. We showed him and told him about what happens at school, because it's going to be an entirely new environment for him to be with kids, different kids all day, every day, and then doing all sorts of activities. So that's just a thing. And then I guess like he'll discover the rest by himself. His older sister is a big guide, teaching him the ABCs, teaching him the basics, the numbers, and like reviewing the rules of friendship and the rules of respect and kindness and all those things. So I think that's one of the things that we're trying to prepare, because now he's going to be in an environment where there's other people other than his siblings that he's going to see. So we need to make sure that socially he's ready to interact.
Yes, that is very true, because that's how they're going to get used to it and actually want to go every time once they start having friends and start getting used to people that they see every day, and hopefully make a lot of friends. And sometimes friends for life starts at an early age. So hopefully Axel will have like a very, very fun experience when he goes to school. But just going back to Sister Mia, we also got to know that other than being a parent, you were also a teacher. If you can just share with us a little bit about what you teach at school.
Yes, I am currently teaching middle school special ed. Yeah, so I teach grades. Right now I have 6th and 7th graders. And I also teach online. So it's more convenient for me because I don't have to go, to school. I'm just here at home working.
Yeah, most definitely. And other than that, with having a kindergarten, like going to school now, it's gonna be a little bit easier, I hope, to be more involved with your child's school activities and all the like. But again, with that, as a parent and as a teacher at the same time, how do you stay involved with your child's school activities and get connected with him as he goes through the different things that he's able to explore as he goes through school?
As for my son, EJ, we want to make sure that we're always involved with activities, especially in school. So what we do as a family is we have our own, we try to, because we also work in the school district. So it's kind of hard for us. Our schedule is the same as my son's schedule. So it's kind of hard for us. So what we do is we have the calendar for the school district. So that's where we see our schedule. And then we compare it to the calendar of the school. So we know when we can reserve those times and dates that we can spend family time there in school with our son.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That is a plus, being a parent, at least you can see the schedule already. And of course, juggling all of that, being a parent, being a teacher with your career, and also being able to perform inside the church is very important. At least you can see like ahead of time and actually set aside time for a specific thing that you have to do at the same time. So with that, let's focus a little bit on the teacher side. Now that we kind of got to know a little bit about you as a parent, let's get to know you a little bit more as a teacher. So as a teacher, how are you able to build a strong, community inside your classroom?
So as a teacher, I always start with creating a safe and welcoming environment. So for the first 2 weeks of school, we don't really start with anything academic. So we start with building the rapport. We want to get to know our students first, and we want to earn their trust and make sure that they feel safe and comfortable, so that so that they can learn better. Because if they don't feel safe, it's hard for them to focus and show their potentials.
Yes.
So that's a very important step.
Exactly. Because if just right off the bat, they're scared to tell you like what they know or what they don't know, then you're, as a teacher, at least, you're not going to be able to help them with the things that they need. So again, I completely agree. Being able to have a safe space in the classroom, because again, that's where you're going to spend most of your time throughout the day, starting school, 5 days a week, or it depends on your schedule. So that is very true. I just want to take a quick peek here in our live chat. I think we have some comments coming in just to answer the question that I left earlier, which was, what are you looking forward to in the school year? Let me just scroll down a little bit right here. We have Eisen Rulioda. Sorry, I keep getting tongue twisted on the last name. He said, looking forward to learning more and gaining knowledge that will help me, not just in school, but also for church. Hashtag Las Vegas. That is very good, like sometimes you don't really think about the things that we get to learn in school. I mean, also we can learn that, even in everyday life, but that's the main purpose, for us to gain knowledge, and we will take this as we grow old. So it is important, and of course, not everybody gets the chance to attend school. So if we can, then we should be grateful that we're able to. A couple more comments right here, just greeting everybody from Brother Ferdinand Tan. We also have Sister Ina right there in the comments. Hi, Sister Ina. Thank you for joining us. We also have here Sister Sally Samorton says, happy viewing po. She also says, greetings po from Babanuang, Isabela West. Of course, always here on our live chat. Thank you po, Sister Sally, all the way in the Philippines. We also have here a comment from Sister Ina. She said, FYI, for your information, for those who haven't completed their vaccine, do it before school starts. Yes, that is also one good reminder for our parents right there to get your kids vaccinated. It is very easy to spread, germs, viruses, being around other kids. At a young age, at least, they're not really aware that, they're sick. So as parents, it is also our duty, a sole responsibility to educate our kids when they're sick. And of course, get them, vaccinated as well, to prevent all these kind of diseases. We also have a couple more greetings right here. We have Sister Priscilla Batan. Good morning po, mga kapatid. Good morning, everyone. Have a great Sunday po. Greetings from Rizal. We also have Sister Christina Aguilar. Hello, everyone. Happy viewing po from the Aguilars of Phoenix, Arizona. I'm trying to look if somebody else answered our questions right here. Oh, Brother Ron also left a comment right there saying, how do you parents prepare for your kids for the school year? Sister Christina answered, we always look forward to establish routines for kids to getting ready for school and learn the basic things they need. We also have from Sister Ina, before school starts, need to get them used in sleeping and waking up early, set up their minds. Learning is fun and meeting friends. And of course, teach them to pray all the time. And last but not least, just to close up our readings here in the comment section, Brother Anthony Arangay says, as an empty nester here in hashtag Salt Lake City, I've now graduated to advising my young coworkers on what degrees to take and how to flex their time at work. Wow. Yes. Thank you for that wisdom, Brother Anthony. We love that, for our older students right there. We do need to also make sure, what courses to take, what degrees we actually have to focus on, so we can hopefully, have a stable career in the future. But going back with our guest here, Sister Mia, as a teacher, again, you did say, going back to our question earlier, and how to build a strong community in your classroom, of course, making the kids feel safe, and it also helps that you're a parent because you kind of have like the point of view of like two sides as well. You understand where parents are coming from. You also understand where you are at as a teacher's perspective. So on that, what strategies do you use to support students, whether they're anxious or if sometimes they're behind?
For the strategies, I make sure that I break tasks into smaller, tasks rather than giving them a whole chunk of to-do list. So I gotta make sure, especially I teach special ed, it's very important that I break them into little parts. That way they're always on track and they're accountable of their learning as well.
Yeah, that is very true. And I could say that as well, maybe for a parent, in parent perspective, if you could agree with me on this, Sister Macy, as well, breaking down these tasks, kind of like, especially now that we're just going back to school, breaking down tasks for them to do and not just like, dumping it onto them kind of makes them a little bit more excited, right?
When they're young, you have to do it like one at a time. You can otherwise, there's nothing that they will finish. Like you can't, for example, they would have, at least with Amaya's age, right? They would have reading and writing and math homework, right? But you can't like give that all to them like all together. Sometimes you have to spread it out so that, okay, you spend this 10 minutes with this one and then take a break. Because if they see that the task is so much, that kind of like makes them a little bit more discouraged already. Like it's a hard task as opposed to an enjoyable task. And the reward system works. Obviously you want them to be accountable at some age, but while they're as young as they are, the elementary ages, I think doing a little bit of a reward system helps. That they get a little bit like you get a popsicle, after you finish this one thing, or you get like if you finish all your homework at this time, then you get 15 to 20 minutes additional TV time, like things like that.
Yes,
Helps.
it's the little things, that of course, your kids, what will make them happy. So it's the little things that will help kind of like encourage them or even sometimes inspire them to do the task at hand. So that is very true, reward system and also breaking the task like little by little so that they can get to their goals as well. So again, going back to Sister Mia as a teacher, you're able to support your students in the classroom. How do you ensure that, if they're anxious or if they're behind, that they actually feel seen and heard when you help them out?
With that, I make sure that, or I spend time to get to know them by asking them their interests. I always send a survey at the beginning of the school year to the parents and to the students so that I know how I can motivate them. Just like what Sister Macy said earlier, the reward system also helps. But however, we don't just give them like what she said. We don't just give them random things. If we know their interest, then we know what to give them and we know how to motivate them. So that's very important.
Yes, that is very true. Again, with the kids, I think I don't know if I should say this because I haven't really handled kids, but they're pretty easy to kind of please to once you get there, once they feel safe around you, and they kind of like mirror you as well. If they see you kind of like having fun doing these kinds of stuff, and they'll have like kind of fun with it too, and they'll actually try to enjoy. And the most rewarding thing is as a teacher and even as a parent is getting to do all these things with your kids and your students as well. And actually the biggest reward actually is when they actually learn something, and maybe like when they share with you like what's their favorite thing that they did today or what they learned so far. So those little things that will change their perspective on like going to school as if compared to it being like just a workload of like homeworks and stuff that they have to bring home. But just to close off our topic discussion, Sister Mia, as a parent and also as a teacher, what back to school advice do you have for our parents and our teachers right here today?
So for our teachers, my back to school advice would be to focus on relationships first, because academic will follow later. It's also important to be flexible, set realistic goals or expectations, and do not hesitate to lean on colleagues as well, so that you can have a support and, to gather ideas and strategies from them.
Yes, I completely agree. Your colleagues, they're there for a reason. You're not the only teacher for a reason. And also, seeing the different perspective, especially in a certain situation, can also help tackle some problems to be solved, as with, but maybe with your students, if you need to help them out, or even with your kids. So again, these are the things that we hope will help you gear up for the new school year that is about to come. At least here in Nevada, I think most of the kids are starting on Monday. So you have maybe one full day left to enjoy your summer. So enjoy your summer and get the most of it. But also, please do not forget to have fun in school. Learn a lot of stuff. Every day we're just learning a lot, even more in school. So please take that opportunity to actually, gain some knowledge and be able to help yourself as well in the future. But Sister Mia, thank you again so much for your time. We appreciate you joining us for today, and of course sharing your insights as a parent and of course as a teacher. Before we let you go, we'll have you take this opportunity to give your special shout outs and greetings to your family and friends.
Thank you, Sister Nikki. I just want to greet my family in the Philippines. My mom, my parents, and my siblings are watching there in the Philippines from the local of Bamban, Tarlac po. And then my husband, I think he's watching downstairs.
Yay! All the support from the family. Hey, thank you again, Sister Mia. We appreciate you so much. And of course, we also want to thank Sister Macy for also joining us and sharing her insights. And of course, Brother Ron for being here as well. Actually, I just thought of something. Brother Ron, you also have one more student finally in the family. I just want to kind of touch on this, on like more on the older side, because earlier we talked about having preschool and kindergartners. But for you, being able to be a parent for a college student, how were you able to prepare your children or your child for, finally being an adult and taking on more responsibilities with school?
Well, with our youngest, she's now in college, or she just finished her first year of college. In preparing her, there's no problem. She's really, I would say, out of all our children, she's the one that's really studious, and but the one thing I need to prepare her for is to get her driver's license, because since I'm home now, I'm actually driving her to school. But it's kind of nice though, because I take my laptop with me. I stay in the student hall, student union, and while she's at school in her class, I'm there doing my work. So it's kind of nice to get out and about. But for this year, yeah, that's our goal, is to get her to start driving so she can take herself to school.
Yes, when they're a little bit older, like in college, they really do need to get their licenses, because they have different schedules throughout the day as well. But of course, you guys being parents, it never stops whether they get old or they get married. So again, thank you for our parents for always guiding us throughout school and after school, throughout our lives. So we thank all our parents. Again, we give them a shout out and show our appreciation for them as we start another school year with our students. But just to close off our topic discussion, of course, gearing up for the school year is about setting the tone for a fresh start, establishing routines, setting goals, and preparing both mentally and physically. Whether you're a parent, teacher, or student, it's time to reset, refocus, and step into the year with intention and, of course, a lot of excitement. So we hope that all of our students for this year will have a fun year, and we hope to get to hear it next year as we go to another back to school series for the next coming year. So for this week, we were able to gear up for the school year. But next week, we are going to focus more on tackling our homeworks with our homework tips featuring our CBI or Christian Brotherhood International officers for next week. So hopefully you can join us again next Saturday, same time, 4 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Mountain time. And of course, they're in the Philippines, 7 a.m. Philippine time here on INCradio Mountain States. We have a couple more minutes, so we'll go ahead and give appreciation and show our love to our live chat who have not stopped putting their comments. So thank you so much for all of you guys. Let's go ahead and go through it real quick. We have Sister Ana right here saying, I'm excited for the kids on their go back to school. My daughter might be going this year. Oh, yay, Audrey's going to school this year. Wow, time flies by. That is awesome. Sister Christine also said, hello, everyone. Happy viewing from the Aguilars. Again, we also have, let's see, from Brother Maximo Panol Jr. Happy viewing po mga kapatid mula dito sa lokal ng Colon, Distrito ng Carcar City, Cebu. We also have Brother Mario Oka, another regular here on INCradio Mountain States. He says, good morning here in the Philippines and enjoy watching here on INCradio Mountain States Satellite Studio. We also have another comment from Sister Christina Aguilar. She said, we always look forward to establish routines for kids to getting ready for school and learn the basic things they need. Brother Ron also says, time to sleep early, kids. Yes, time to sleep early. Don't make it hard for your parents to wake you up in the morning. Sister Ina also says, before the school starts, need to get them used in sleeping and waking up early, set up their minds. Learning is fun and meeting friends. Let's see, we have one comment from Junilyn Sorioda. Happy watching po mula sa lokal ng Modesta Distrito ng Marikina. And we also have Brother Josh here from Las Vegas, spamming out with comments. Thank you for the love, Brother Josh from Las Vegas. We also have another from Aizen Ruyoda. I can't believe summer break is already over. Time sure flies by too fast. Hashtag Las Vegas. And Brother Anthony, lastly, says, nice. Karan Pableti should be raking them in big bucks like her Ate Nikki. I hope so. I really hope we become an inspiration to all of our students right here as we have our career set for us now. But of course, we thank our Almighty God first and foremost for all these blessings that we have. So please, again, students, enjoy your time in school because after school, there's no more summer break for you guys. So, yeah, that is it for our episode for this week. I just want to give my personal shout out real quick. I want to say a quick happy birthday to Mommy Nina there in Henderson, and also welcome Mommy Helen. She's visiting here in Mountain States. Hello po from Payumo family. And of course, my parents, they're out right now and enjoying. And of course, my siblings and my family there in the Philippines in local of Viluna. Hello. Of course, before we end, we cannot forget to say our special thank yous to these very important people, starting off with our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our CEO, President of cebsi, and of course, our Deputy Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Ranyo Manalo, our Executive Producer, Brother Manly Andaya, our District Minister, Brother Barrington I. Thompson, our Assistant District Minister, Brother Oliver Canlas, our CFO Overseer, Brother Jay Agustin, and of course, all of our district multimedia and all of our beautiful, beautiful avid listeners here on INCradio. Again, unfortunately, that is all the time that we have for today. Again, thank you so much for joining us every afternoon, every Saturday afternoon of your week. And we hope that you continue supporting and tuning in to all of the INCradio shows throughout today as we continue changing lives through God's words. Up next is INCradio Canada. Happy Saturday, everyone. Thank you. See you next week. Bye. Thank you again,
Sleep
Sister
early.
Nina.
Next episode sa Discover Western Visayas. Ating papasyalan ang munisipalidad ng Dumangas sa distrito ng Iloilo South, ang coastal municipality sa probinsya ng Iloilo. Ipapasyal namin kayo sa magagandang attractions and learn about their history. Hindi rin mawawala ang iba't ibang segment just for you. Catch all of this and more this Friday